Hello, well tonight, Sunday night, is the opening night of the latest production from the Abbey Grammar School in Newry, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Sprinkled with Disney magic, it's got soaring music and epic productions. And I've been lucky enough to get some time behind the scenes at the final dress rehearsal and meet with director and producer Paul McParland.
We started thinking about it around about February time. We started to read through scripts and look for a show that might suit. And we start from the point of view of, well, a boys' show. Can we find a show that sort of highlights the talents of the boys, and then we can take the girls in, which we do from the other local schools, to work around them. So that's the basis we go from. And we picked this show out of a shortlist and decided to go for it. And at that stage, you don't know. I mean, you can see from the script that it's complicated, but you're just not sure what's in front of you. But it was interesting from there on.
Yeah, it's a big sing.
It's a big sing, yeah. It's a Disney musical.
It is a Disney,
yeah. A lot of people have seen the Disney cartoon. It's been adapted from that, a bit more grown up. So as you know from Disney as animated musicals, they are a big sing, you know. And so it's been a challenge for Caroline and for the singers, and we've taken in the choir as well. So as part of the show, there's a need for a choir that's external to what's happening on the stage. We have a lot of our own Abbey choir on the stage, so we contacted Fiona and she's put together a brand new FPA choir for
Brilliant.
us. So you'll hear that it's sensational.
It's very daunting, and whenever you initially look at the score, it's such big songs. It's honestly, it's the hardest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
And I thought, when we did Frankenstein, we had done Buddy Holly, and I was like, putting a band on stage, or people, that's going to be as hard as it gets. It's like, this is a different ball game. And I think it's even coming up to like the dress rehearsal, where we've got the cast on the stage, I've got the band, and I've got the choir on the left hand side as well. It's not just, I don't have to worry about the singers, or I'm just looking at the band. I'm looking at everything now, and it's intense, but it's good.
Presumably you started thinking about this before the summer break.
We actually started auditioning for this in April time.
Did you, right?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a big ask. Initially we weren't, whenever we were trying to decide a show, we're like, we don't even know what we have or who we have. We knew we had a lot of like middle school students that were very good, but we weren't sure what was going to be the right kind of show for them. So we looked at a load of different things, and eventually we decided to go for this one, because this was a sensible choice.
And also you've got to pick a show that you know, one, you can cast, that, and two, that they'll enjoy doing.
Definitely. There was so much excitement about it. I think initially we had about 120 people that signed up for it.
Isn't that brilliant?
Incredible.
Yeah.
And this is before, I think, the other schools maybe hadn't decided, like our ladies hadn't just decided we were doing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And there's a few different things going on. So it did thankfully come down a little bit. I think we have 60 at the moment on the cast, and then stagehands and band and choir and everything else on top of that. So it's one of the biggest logistical shows we have done as well, just with so many characters and people involved.
And we were just talking earlier, you know, around and hereabouts is a hotbed of musical theatre and drama. I mean, I was just saying to you, the Newry City and its surrounding areas, it's nearly a drama school, a musical drama school in itself. Because when you look at the pen letters for your students and the guests you have coming in, the number of shows that they've been in and the opportunities they've had is incredible.
I think actually the biggest surprise out of our cast is Ewan Mackenzie, who's playing Frollo, and this is his first show. And his first show is doing like the ultimate Disney villain. And I'm more, we so expect our young people to be involved in musical theatre. Like my own children have been involved in pantomimes and shows over the years. And so for somebody to have kind of got to 17, 18 and not been involved in the show, it was more like, oh, that's the exception. Which is lovely to see. It's somebody different. It's someone that nobody else will have heard before.
This part I'm playing is Claude Frollo. He's the Archdeacon of Notre Dame, and he's the main antagonist for the Hunchback Notredame.
So he'd be the villain of the
Yeah,
piece.
he's the villain. Yeah.
And Disney and obviously the Disney influence on this show, they write very good villains.
Yeah. So this is so like a lot of the songs are off the Disney musical, but like the core story is more similar to the book by Victor Hugo.
Yeah.
So I'm less villainous than I would be in the Disney movie, because in the Disney movie he's a bit too evil.
Okay.
But In this one, he's more grounded.
We're seeing the nicer side of the villain.
He has some parts. He shows a softer side sometimes.
Yeah.
Some sort of bells.
The bells are ringing for you. Isn't that the wonderful thing that, schools these days get an opportunity to use the musicals and the shows to bring in talent from other schools and to interact with other schools and bring everybody up to a brilliant standard?
Yeah, well, we've the Sacred Heart just down the road, and the girls are over here collaborating with the school with some of the A-level subjects on offer, and the boys go across to them. So it's easy to take the girls from the Sacred Heart, and who are around 20 of the girls from over there come over, and we have also 3 from Our Ladies and 1 from St Mary's. So yeah, it is a good opportunity to sort of pull, our new principal really likes the idea of the community spirit. We helped out the Bosco last year when they were flooded out. So for the schools to be able to, give us their girls and send them over, and we again talking about the other community groups. All of these kids are in Bosco shows and New Point shows and in all the other groups as well, the New Musical Society stuff too. So yeah, it's a big community thing too.
Paul, I'm just looking at the cast that gathered on the stage before the show here. A lot of costumes to look after.
Absolutely, yes. With 65 of the cast.
That's a big cast.
It is a big cast, but a pleasure to work with. Each and every one of the young people were just lovely, amazing to work with.
And when you hear what show they're going to do, does your heart drop when you look at the requirements for the show?
Not really, no, because there's great support. Paul and Caroline to work with is just amazing.
Yeah. And you look at it up and you're going to see it now under the lights for the first time.
You'll be very proud.
You can be very proud.
You do be very proud, yes.
You enjoy the run of it.
I will indeed, yeah. I'm here every night and sometimes the singing brings me to tears. It's that beautiful, yeah.
And that's recommendation indeed.
It is, it's beautiful.
Sean Hollywood in the day when he was looking at New Point Youth wanted to say, I'm giving people opportunities to have a CV of shows that when they show it to people, they go, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you look at the pen letters for your company, the amount of shows that they've been in, the amount of opportunities that they've had. This is a melting pot of almost a musical theatre school within the town.
Well, it's a continuation of that, hopefully. I mean, Sean was my mentor and Sean put me on the stage, and here I am doing it for others, So, it's a continuation of that sort of ideal and that ability to put them on the stage and to grow from there.
Opening night tomorrow night, it's looking really well. As I say, the stage, the lighting, you can see it all coming together. The band sounds great. You're looking forward to it?
I am. I keep saying to Kira when I go home, we're 98% of the way there, and the hope is that the other 2% clicks. You can rehearse till the cows come home, but it's only open at night where the nerves are there and the concentration levels go up, and we are working with young people. So that's the bit that's out there that you can't just put in until opening night. So that 2% hopefully will come up.
Listen, your previous track record is there. People can expect a wonderful evening and come out and see a show that is unique in this area.
Absolutely, hopefully, and I hope they enjoy it.